Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Christina from Our Wood Home. If you are new here, a special welcome to you. In this video series, I read some vintage articles and publications just about homemaking advice from the past. This is an interesting video today because the publication I'm reading from was a big manual that was published, and it was actually intended to be hung up in the kitchen so that it would be easily accessible for people to just quickly reference as they needed. Before I get started reading that, I just wanted to make a disclaimer. I'm recording this next to an open window and it is very nice weather, so there's lots of birds making a lot of noise. So if you hear any bird noise, just know it's coming from me. If it's too distracting, please let me know in the comments and I'll make sure next time I do any voiceover, I will have all the windows closed. Let's get into today's video. The title of this publication is Fowler's Household Helps and Economy Book, brimful of tried and true helps about the home, carefully compiled, classified, and indexed for frequent use. Published in 1916 by A.L. Fowler, by the Household Publishing Company in Albany, New York. To the many efficient and up-to-date housekeepers of our land, this book is respectfully dedicated in the hope that they may find something herein to further increase their efficiency. While the author does not guarantee the reliability of these household helps, they have been carefully compiled from tried and true sources, covering a period of many years, and will undoubtedly prove efficient if directions are followed. The housekeeper's lament. Nothing but dirt, nothing but grime. We sweep and we clean and we scrub all the time. And though we keep cleaning, forever alert, we must lie down at last and be buried in dirt. I'm going to now read just an assortment of hints from the book. It was broken down into categories, for example, kitchen tips, bedroom, cleaning tips, laundry, etc. And I just pulled some that I thought were interesting. Of course, keep in mind this was written a very long time ago, and some of the tips may be questionable at best, dangerous at worst. I saw a lot of tips for cleaning with kerosene, which we know is not a good idea. So as you enjoy this list, just keep in mind it's for entertainment only in this video. I'm not suggesting we do all of these things, but there are some that I find quite interesting. At the end of this video, please let me know in the comments which one of these tips you found the most interesting, helpful, or maybe shocking. Let's get into those tips. To remove all smoke from a room, in a few minutes, dip a towel in a little vinegar and hot water, wring it out and fling it over the head about the room. For salad dressing, the vinegar from preserved pickles is better than ordinary vinegar. It gives a delicious flavor. Melted butter is a very good substitute for olive oil in salad dressing. A fine celery flavor for salads is made by steeping 1 ounce of celery seed in 1 cupful of vinegar. The best way to strain soup. Set a coarse strainer inside of a fine one and pour the soup through both to avoid clogging the fine one with pieces of meat, broken bones, etc. A good stove cleaner can be made by tying a piece from an old stocking over an old whisk broom. To polish faucets, nothing is better than half a lemon after the juice has been squeezed out. After scouring, wash it and it will shine like new. An orange peel also gives good results. To remove onion odor from pans, etc., which clings so stubbornly, wash and dry them, then scour with common salt, and place them on the stove until the salt is brown. Shake often, then wash as usual. To eliminate disagreeable odors in the kitchen, burn dried orange on the hot stove. To banish offensive odors from a sink or drain, pour down the pipe a strong solution of borax. Use buttermilk in place of cream of tartar for mixing cake where called for. If the buttermilk is not sour enough, add a little vinegar. To make delicious cakes without eggs, Dissolve a level teaspoon of soda in a tablespoon of vinegar. Use in place of eggs. For clogged wash basins, mix a handful of soda with a handful of common salt and force it down the pipe. Then rinse the pipe with boiling water. A good and cheap sachet powder for bureau drawers, etc. Mix 1/2 ounce of lavender flowers with 1/2 teaspoon of powdered cloves. To clean bathtub and wash bowl, some housekeepers like to use kerosene to take off the soap studs and stain that will gather. But the odor is sometimes objectionable. To clean them in a jiffy, use half a lemon rind turned wrong side out. To whiten clothes, put a slice of lemon with the rind on in the boiler and boil it with the white clothes. It will remove the stains and make the clothes white without injury. A teaspoonful of powdered borax in the last rinsing water is also excellent. To remove fruit, tea, or coffee stains from cotton or linen, rub butter on them, then wash with hot water and soap. To clean a muddy white skirt, soak it in sour milk before washing. To remove grease spots, automobile grease, or any dark heavy grease from washable fabric, apply a small piece of butter and rub it in well. Then wash with soap and rinse. To keep gnats or mosquitoes away, rub a few drops of oil of lavender or oil of citronella on face, neck, and hands. To prevent insect bites, rub a little vinegar and water on the skin. Scented verbena leaves are also good for this purpose. Here are some old Bible recipes. If you have the blues, read the 27th Psalm. If your pocketbook is empty, read the 37th Psalm. If people seem unkind, read the 15th chapter of John. If you are discouraged about your work, read the 126th Psalm. If you are losing confidence in mankind, read the 13th chapter of Corinthians. If you can't have your own way in everything, read the 3rd chapter of James. That's everything that I wanted to share with you from that manual. I hope that you found it interesting. As I said, there were a lot of questionable pieces of advice, mainly using kerosene and turpentine for cleaning, for cooking, for personal care, just all kinds of interesting uses. And of course, we know not to do that now, but I still like reading or listening to old advice just to see how far we've come and how people used to do things. Honestly, I might use some of those cleaning tips, maybe not the one with kerosene, but maybe I'll use some citrus for polishing my kitchen faucet. That seems like it might work pretty well. Up on the screen, I will have the vintage homemaking advice playlist that I've already done. There are several other videos in that series that I think you might enjoy if you enjoyed this one. And if you did like it, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel and make sure you turn notifications on. You might also have to go into your phone and change the notification settings because I've been hearing a lot of subscribers say they are not getting notified by YouTube when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great rest of your day.